So in the morning I was really tired, and I decided to leave my tent for one day and come back the next day. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm going back to my camping spot there, and I hope my tent is still there. We had some serious rain. Do you hear that? We still have some thunder now. So I really hope my tent is still there. And nobody has discovered my tent. But I don't think so. What is the chance that they discover your tent in the middle of a forest? Hey guys, you hear the thunder outside. This is part 2 of my first wild camping trip. Welcome again, my name is Steph, a lonely traveler, my new YouTube name. And yeah, it's been an adventure till now. I just arrived here at the camping site. Oh my god. Hell broke loose when I arrived here. Oh my god, I have to hurry to get into my tent. I was lucky my tent was still here, so that's okay. I'm happy with that. And but I had time to pack out. I have to throw everything into my tent. Put up my coat. My coat was soaking wet. And also, luckily enough, my tent hadn't any water damage, so no water get inside, so that's good. It's a good tent. I'm happy with that. Really. It's a small tent, that I must say, but it's waterproof. So I just went to the butcher, bought some eggs, some meat, a nice steak, and I thought I'm gonna sit outside and enjoy my food. But as you can see, it's pitch black now outside. It's raining, it's thundering, lightning, so I can't cook any food. So yeah, I can cook outside a little bit. I have a little bit space there. So when I open this up, see, I have a little space here. Technically, I could cook a little bit here. And also on this side, it's also a nice storage room here. So that's the positive sides on this tent. And you have a nice hook here to put on your lights. And you have some baggage here, some sacks, but well, that doesn't mean much. Huh? Here also, but the tent is waterproof. That's a good thing, and it's not wet inside, not clammy or anything, so the inner tent is holding good up. Yeah, this is of course a little bit wet, the outer tent. I think that's normal. It has a water column of 2000 millimeters. If that says anything to you. Well, the top tents in the higher price classes, they get to 3000, 4000 millimeters. But they say a tent is waterproof from 800 millimeters, but I don't believe that. That's just a camping trip tent. But if I tell you how much I paid for this tent, you would not believe it. But I do that in another video. But let me tell you, it was cheap, really cheap, otherwise I didn't bother it. Let me quickly show you the view outside from my tent. It's still raining hard, but I have to close it because my inner tent gets wet otherwise. But it's still light outside. And as I told you before, on the screen, on the video, it's more light than in real. The sensor of this camera is really good, believe me. And I'm really hungry. I really want to cook some food now. I can wait for half an hour or can start cooking here in my little space outside here. But yeah, I'd rather sit outside for eating. We will see. Talk to you in a minute. See you later. So yeah, as you can see, I started my alcohol stove already to get a little bit of the campfire feeling. I have my bottle of water here next to me, so if anything goes wrong, but I think it's safe. The tent is all wet, so maybe I can put it a little bit more outside. It's still not hot now, I can still move it. Yeah. And I get a little warm also from the stove, because yeah, it's wet and I'm still drying now. My trousers still, no, they're dry now. But still it feels a little bit clumsy, so a little bit heat is always nice. I filled it up halfway, so I think it's enough. I hope it's enough to cook a steak. I'll show you later. I don't want to get out of my tent at the moment. It's cozy here. I like to sit there. Camp life. But the flames are getting a little bit high now. I don't want... I have to be careful with that. I'm sure a lot of people who are watching now, they're gonna say you do it all wrong and you do this wrong, and I know, I'm still learning. But I'm careful, don't worry. I always can put out the flames with this one here. Just have to put that on and the flames are out. So no worries about the forest fire. It's wet as a wet dog. Some oil. It should be enough. Here's my nice steak. My herbs that I made myself. So it's a melange of pepper, nutmeg and salt for put on my steak here. So I'm gonna let that heat up. I'm gonna put my steak. I think there's some water coming inside my pan now. It's still raining a little bit. So I have an egg here. Make it with an egg. I have also some potatoes to put in a pan to go with it. So I have a good nice meal. Maybe I bought too much, but I don't care. It's my first time. I want it to be good. I think the oil is getting hot now. I know it's not a good idea to put a fire here with the leaves, but everything is wet here. I have water with me. I should dig a hole or something and then put some stones in it. I don't know. I'm learning also, guys. Give me a break. So here I have a knife, a fork and everything. I have coffee for in the morning. I have a kettle also. I will show you tomorrow. A kettle to cook water inside. Whoa. So I have to have to put away my camera because I have to hold the handle here. So talk to you later. Yeah, steak is cooking good. Oh, all the tent is full of smells now. I really like this. I hope the smell goes away also later on. Yeah, nice seasoned with the herbs. I'm gonna eat it inside this box. It's yeah, it's a box for in the fridge, you know, for put in some salami, sausage for on your sandwich. But you can eat also inside this box, and it keeps the food. When I can't finish it, I can eat it tomorrow. I can close it with this, you see. So it keeps fresh, and no spiders or bugs come inside my food. Looks good, huh? Nice steak. It's not a top steak, it's not an entrecote, but yeah, it's still, I paid, I think 17 euros the kilo for this one. It is about 250 grams, so I paid about 4 euros for the steak, so that's nice. And then later on some potatoes with it, nice egg, and let's eat them. Yeah, it's cooking slow, I must say. Alcohol stove is not that hot, but I think it gets the job done. I hope my steak is still good. But normally, yeah, steak is 2-3 minutes on each side. I think this will take about 10 minutes. But I don't complain. I'm really not complaining. Look at this view, huh? Look at this view. So yeah, my steak is medium well done. Maybe I cook it a little bit too long, but yeah, it's the first time on my alcohol stove, huh? So here's my egg with the potatoes. It's gonna be a feast. Outdoor, huh? First time cooking in the wilderness, huh? I think I'm doing good, no? I see worse meals cooking in a forest from other YouTubers. I don't want to offend them, but they are not 2-star chefs, let me say that. I'm not also, but I can cook a little bit. But my steak is getting cold. But my egg is almost finished. And guys, this is how it looks like. My meal. Yeah. The serving tips could be better, but on my egg it turned out to be a scrambled egg now on top of my steak here. The only thing I miss a little bit is some mayonnaise now, I think. Oh, potatoes are really good. Plenty enough for me. The steak is good. It's not, yeah, like I said, it's not an entrecote. It's not the best steak, but it's good enough. It's a little bit tender, a little bit well done, but yeah. tasty. Look at this bite, huh? Oh my god. Oh my god. Couldn't be better. The only problem I have now, I have to clean out my pan. As you can see here, I have toilet paper with me. I can clean it out with that. But tomorrow I still have a hamburger, still have some eggs, so I can cook tomorrow when I wake up. But when I clean my pan, I'm a little bit afraid of bugs getting inside my pan. And if there's somebody out there who has a tip for cleaning out my pan, I don't want to take it inside my... I don't have plenty enough water to clean it out and everything. I have to leave it outside so bugs will get inside the pan. So how can I solve that? Huh? If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm still a newbie. I have to learn things, and talk to you later. I'm gonna finish my meal. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not have done yet. Give it a thumbs up. It was my first video about wild camping. Please guys, give me a break. I know I have to learn a lot. I still need some good tips from you guys. So spare me a little bit. I really had a great time, and I'm sure I'm gonna do it again. So a lonely traveler is going back to sleep. See you tomorrow. See you in the next video. Bye bye. My lantern. Bye bye. Cheers guys.